Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetshoes.com, and today we are going to do the quick unboxing and full review of the HP Slate 6 voice tablet. This voice tablet, or you can say a phablet, was launched some months back from HP, and this is their first phablet which is there in the market, which does have a voice calling support, and also you can use it like a tablet because it is again pretty big in size in terms of the display. It is 6-inch. So here we have the package, and again I have already opened the package. I have been using this device for around a week now, and I'm pretty happy with the overall performance of this device. So we are going to tell you all that. Let's take a look of the package. So the front side have the photo of the device, as you can see. At the back side we can see there are the specifications are not mentioned at the back, as you can see. So it has been imported, and again the package is quite simple and nothing is mentioned on the package itself. Further going inside the package, the first thing which we get inside the package is the device itself, which is the HP Slate 6 voice tablet, as you can see, or a phablet. So this is how it looks like. First of all, it looks pretty big in size to hold in one hand, but again the rounded edges on the back cover and this kind of a design which is there on the back cover does make it look quite premium, I would say. You also have a golden hinge. Again, it is not gold, but again a golden color edge is there on the device, and it is actually plastic, not metal, but good quality plastic has been used. And on the front as well, we can see we have over here the metal part, and this is again okay, this is not again the metal part, but you do have a loudspeaker and a microphone on these two parts. So this is how it looks like from the front side. So we will take a look over this later on. Let's take a look what we have in the package apart from the device. So apart from the device, we have these things which come within the package, which includes the micro USB to USB cable, as you can see, and then you have the charger with this connector. So this is a pretty good quality of charger which they have supplied within the package, as you can see, and the output current from this charger is 2 amperes. So this is a 2 ampere charger, definitely going to charge your HP Slate 6 voice tablet pretty fast. You also get a headphone within the package, although we do not have that as of now. So this is the user manual which we have, the quick start guide, and then we have some additional things within the package which includes some information about the phablet, as you can see, and some discount which you can get on the in-app purchases from HP, as you can see. So you can get some discount on the Bag It Today app store on HP, and you have the product notice guide, and apart from this you have nothing apart from this. And the SAR values of the device are not mentioned over here, but we will let you know about that. Anyways, let's take a look over the device now. The package is quite simple and sleek. So we have already seen the package contents. Let's take a look over the HP Slate 6 voice tablet. Now here we have the HP Slate 6 voice tablet, as you can see, and again taking a look of the front side, the front of this device looks really good, although the power and sleep key is actually on the top on the edge, which becomes quite difficult to access at times, but still it is okay. You can access it once you start using this device. Once you have the whole of the device, the upper part of the device is under your hand, then you can easily access this key. The volume rocker is actually on this side. Both of these buttons are plastic buttons. Okay, yes, they are plastic buttons and they give a good amount of feedback. On the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack. You have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging as well on the top. At the rear you have 5 megapixel autofocus camera. It can also record high definition video. You have LED flash. You do have a secondary microphone as well on this device for noise cancellation and video chat. You have the Slate 6 mentioned over here, HP branding over there, and again the back cover is again made up of good quality of plastic. It does not look very tight on the device, but still it is okay. And again the kind of design you have on the back cover does make this device look quite premium, especially from the back side, and it has a matte finish, so it will give you a nice grip when you hold the device in one hand. It also have rounded edges over here, as you can see, so which will again give you a better grip when you hold this device, a big device with 6-inch display in your hand. It will be better, but still using this device with one hand is going to be a limitation. You cannot actually access all part of the screen with one hand, so that is going to be a problem with this device. But again, it will give you pretty big screen to actually enjoy the multimedia and those things. So again, in that case, the one-handed usage definitely goes down. So taking a look over the bottom, we have the primary microphone over here, as you can see, and on this side on the front we have the touch capacitive buttons are actually within the display, not on the body of the phone. And here you have the mic, and here you have the loudspeaker. So the loudspeaker is actually on the front side, which again, so you have the earpiece over here, and you have the microphone and loudspeaker over here below this part. So this device only have one loudspeaker, there is no loudspeaker over here. Now as you can see here, we have the HP Slate 6 voice tablet, and this device looks pretty good in terms of the overall form factor, and the thickness of the device is also not that much. Talking about the thickness, the exact thickness is around 8.8 millimeter, which is again pretty okay for a device like this. The weight of the device is around 160 grams, so it is again not too heavy to hold in one hand. It is near to the weight of any other 6-inch device which you will see in the market, so weight is not much. As far as the display is concerned, the display is 6-inch display on which you have 720x1280 resolution, which is again little bit you can say less for this kind of display size, but the pixel density which you will get is going to be 245 pixels per inch. And if you take a closer look over this display, you will not feel the pixelation, but again you can notice pixelation when you read a document with large amount of text, or whenever you are doing web browsing on pages where you have large amount of text on the pages, then you will notice the pixelation. But in normal usage you will not notice the pixelation. Still it is in a high definition display spread on 6-inch. Taking a look of the device, at the back side we have the 5 megapixel camera which can record high definition video. You have LED flash over here, you have a secondary microphone for noise cancellation and video chat. On the top you have the 3.5 audio jack. Over here you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. Over here you have the power and sleep key, which is again a plastic button, gives you a good amount of feedback. On this side you have the volume rocker, which is again a plastic button at the bottom, and both of these buttons give you good amount of feedback. At the bottom you have the primary microphone over here. On this side you have the loudspeaker, and on the top on this part you have the earpiece, and both of these parts are actually made up of plastic. They are not metal, but still the kind of build and the kind of finishing they have, they actually look very premium in terms of the look and feel. The front side of the device looks very good, although the touch capacitive keys are actually within the display, not on the body of the phone, which will again is not going to be great because they will take some part of the screen resolution. Talking about the front camera on this device is a 2 megapixel fixed focus front camera. Taking a look of the screen, we can notice that the kind of UI which is running on this device is again kind of stock Android. I'm not sure which version of Android it is running. It should be running Jelly Bean at least, I would say. But again, the overall UI is quite fluid. I do not notice any lag on this device. I have been using this device for a week now, but again I did not notice much lag on this device. There is slight amount of lag at times whenever you are running some heavy applications and games which are kind of resource intensive. Then in that case you will notice slight amount of lag in the UI, but apart from that, with moderate usage or with normal day-to-day usage, you will not notice any lag on this device. Taking a look of the notification center, this is how the notification center look like, and here we have all the toggles. You can go to the settings directly from here, and you have all of the things over here as well. Let's go into settings and take a look over the version of Android first of all on this device. So it is running Android 4.2.2 as you can see. So it is Jelly Bean again. Taking a look over the storage, let me just show you the storage scenario as well. On this device you have inbuilt storage of 16 GB, out of which approximately 12.37 GB is available to the user, and on which you have around 10.42 GB available. You can install applications and other things. You can also store picture, videos and other data. You do have an external SD card supported as well. And let me just remove the back cover to show you the phone from the back side. You have a little indent over here on this side. One thing I would like to tell you before I remove the back cover, that you have a golden edge which actually looks like metal, although this is not metal, but it is golden colored, you can say, edge on the device, which actually makes this device look very premium in terms of the look, and which is again adding the overall look and feel of this device to make it much more premium as compared to any other 6-inch regular phablet which you see in the market. Once we remove the back cover, we can see that we have the battery over here. The battery is quite big on this device. It is a 3000 mAh battery. You have the SIM card slot 1 and the SIM card slot 2. The SIM card slot 1 will accept a micro SIM and it will support 3G and 2G, whereas the SIM card slot 2 will accept a normal size SIM card which will accept 2G only. You have micro SD memory card slot as well to expand the storage of this device, and we will also tell you whether you can install applications on this device on the micro SD memory card. Taking a look over the storage, again we can see that there is no option of installing applications on the micro SD memory card. Even if you insert the same into this device, you will not be able to install applications on the SD card directly, but you might be able to move certain applications from the phone memory to the SD card. Taking a look over the RAM scenario, this device has 1GB of RAM, and let me just show you how much of that is actually available to the user. So over here we have all the running processes, and as of now, out of 1GB of RAM, approximately 574 MB of RAM is being used, whereas you get around 377 MB of RAM, which is again not too high, but again device is responsive. There is a slight amount of lag, I would say, when I go across different home screen, and some of the transitions are not that fast, but again the overall response from the device is good enough, and it is good enough to be used in day-to-day usage. Maybe not for gaming, but still in day-to-day usage you will not notice any issue. As far as brightness is concerned, you do have support for automatic brightness, which confirms that you do have the ambient light sensor on this device, and it also have the proximity sensor as well. Taking a look over the wallpaper support, you have support for live wallpaper, photos, static wallpapers, and video wallpapers by default are not supported. Let me just show you the location access settings as well. So on the location front, you can see that this device does support GPS navigation, and you just need to enable this option and you can use this device for GPS navigation. We have tried using this device for GPS navigation and it worked pretty fine, although it does take some time, around 1 or 2 minutes, to actually log the GPS coordinates, especially in case you do not receive a good signal strength. Taking a look at the phone dialer is quite big, spread over the complete display on this device, which is again going to be difficult for one hand to be dial a number basically. So in case you want to dial a number, it might be difficult for you at times to actually dial the number with one hand, but you will get used to it as far as the dial is concerned. When it comes to the video call option, you do not have that supported on this device, so default cellular video call option is not there in the phone dialer. Taking a look over the messaging application, let me just show you the same as well. So once we have the messaging application over here, I can show you the messaging application is again stock Android. There is nothing new as far as any kind of customization. There is no customizations in the messaging application, and you do have the option of typing a message and then you can send either from the SIM1 or from SIM2. You do have that option. When it comes to continuous input is also supported on this device, which is again a welcome thing, I would say, and you can always use voice to type as well. The keyboard keys are pretty big in size, and they are again pretty big for thin as well as thick fingers, so you will not face any problem while typing on this device, in case even if you want to type normally without swipe to type. But again, swipe to type is also supported and it works pretty well on this device. Now here we have the hardware configuration for the device. As you can see, the model number is HP Slate 6 voice tablet. You have got an ARM V7 processor clocked at 1.2 GHz approximately. It is a quad-core processor and it is from Marvell, which is another company which develops some chipset and these processors. When it comes to GPU, you have Vivante GC1000 GPU, which is part of this chipset. This is not MediaTek, this is not Qualcomm, this is Marvell chipset which we have on this device, and the effective resolution on this device as far as display is concerned is 720 into 1208, because some part of the screen resolution is being taken up by these touch capacitive buttons which are there within the display, so the effective resolution is slightly lesser as compared to the what you see in the specifications. When we take a look over the sensors, this device has almost all the sensors which are needed, which include gyroscope sensor, accelerometer sensor, magnetic field sensor is also there, which will again help you do precise GPS navigation. You have rotation vector, linear acceleration, gravity, light, proximity vector, gravity again, linear acceleration. You have all the kind of sensors which you will need. The score which we have gotten quadrant standard for this device is 3461, as you can see, and again this device is between the Asus Transformer Prime and the Motorola Atrix 4G in terms of the scores which we have got on quadrant. Here we have the detailed score for the CPU 8035, memory is 2728, input and output operation is 4118, 2D is 467, 3D is 1956. As far as multi-touch is concerned, this device supports around 5-point multi-touch. The scores which we have got on AnTuTu benchmark for this device is 11087, which is again a average kind of a score, not too great, but in terms of day-to-day usage this device is pretty good. although it comes lower in terms of the benchmarks as compared to other devices which are there in this list, but still in day-to-day usage this device is pretty good in performance. And again, when it comes to gaming, it may not be that great in terms of the gaming performance, but still pretty good at this price point which you can get. The score which we have got on Ninamark for this device is 45.1 fps, which is again decent enough, not bad. And I can say that this device can play medium graphic intensive game, casual games as well. But when it comes to heavy games like Frontline Commando or heavy games like Modern Combat 4 or Nova 3, you can play those games as well on this device. But again, you will notice slight amount of graphic lag when you try to play those games, as we faced it when we tried to play Modern Combat 4 and Nova 3 on this device. Now here we have the camera UI on this device. Again, the camera UI is not kind of customized, it is the stock camera UI which we see on Android. And as far as the autofocus is concerned, you do have autofocus. It will lock the focus once you tap on the screen. It will do the autofocus as well, and you do have tap to focus also supported. Let me just take this photo. So we have just taken this photo with artificial light. We are taking this photo right now in a room, and again now I have turned off the artificial light. Let me just see how does this photo come out to be. So we have taken the photo again, and let me just show you both of them one by one. So okay, this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the first one basically. And let me just turn on the rotation so that you can see this photo. So if I go over here and turn on the rotation, okay, the rotation is not here. Maybe I show you the photo again, and this time I would like to show this photo in the landscape mode. Okay, let me show you like this. So as you can see in this particular mode right now, if you actually take a zoom over this photo, now here we have the camera UI on this device. We are going to take this photo from the 5 megapixel camera which we have on this device. This camera does have autofocus and it does have tap to focus as well. Let me just take this photo. So we have just taken this photo, and we will take this photo again without this artificial light, and we are taking both of these photos in a room. And let me just show you both of these photos in terms of the quality which you will get. So here we have the first photo, and this photo looks pretty okay in terms of color production. I would say not great, but still better. In terms of details, this is something which I would like to show, that details are not that great on this device. And when you take the same photo without the artificial light, this is how it will look like. This time it is again not too great in terms of details, and the color production is something which is not too great as well. You can compare it with the actual object over there, it is not that different, but again I would say this photo has much amount of noise which you can easily notice as compared to the one which we have taken with light. As you can see, this one has low amount of noise, and we have also taken some camera samples in daylight, so these photos also come out to be pretty good. I would say in daylight the camera performance of this device is pretty good. And when it comes to the photo mode, you do have panorama mode supported. Here you can go to the video mode. You can access to the camera settings by just tapping on tap and hold over the screen, and then you can go to the settings. Over here you can see the picture size is 5 megapixel maximum. When it comes to the video settings, I can show you that as well, and let me just go into the setting for this. So on this video quality front, you can record high definition videos up to 720p, not at 1080p from the rear 5 megapixel camera. And let me just show you the front camera quality as well. Let me just come out from here and let me just toggle to the front camera. So this is how the front camera quality will look like. You can do a decent video chat which will not be too great in terms of details, but you can do a decent quality of video chat which will not be high definition as well, but you can do a video chat from the front camera. That is, when it comes to the portable Wi-Fi hotspot option is there on this device, you do have that. So you can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot which is under wireless settings. You do have support for USB tethering. You can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot using the 3G SIM card which you can insert into this device. You do have support for Bluetooth tethering as well on this device. So now we are playing this casual game called Temple Run OZ, and let me just play this game on this device to show you the overall performance. As far as the overall graphics are concerned, the graphics are okay, but they are not very smooth on this device when I'm trying to play this game. At least on the first run it was not that smooth, but still as of now it is looking okay, but again not too great. I can see slight amount of frame drop which is happening when I'm playing this game on this device, but still the overall gaming response is pretty okay. You can play this game on this device without much of an issue. When it comes to the gravity sensor, you do have that supported, and gravity sensor is working pretty well on this device, as you can see. One thing I'm not too happy with is the overall response from the touchscreen, which is kind of you can say different. It is not very instant, but again, once you play this game for like 1 or 2 times, you will get a better response from the touchscreen. So now we are playing this medium graphic intensive game on this device, which is called Frontline Commando D-Day. And let me just show you how does this device handle this game. So till now graphics are okay, not very smooth I would say, and the game is running pretty fine on this device without much of an issue. I can easily aim and shoot while I play this game. And as far as graphics is concerned, graphics are okay, but again I can notice slight amount of frame drops. So the overall rendering of the graphics is not very smooth, which you can easily notice, but you can play this game on this device. And one thing I have noticed while I play games on this device is that the device becomes slightly hot over here at this point, but again it is not too much in terms of the temperature that it make you uncomfortable. It is pretty okay. It is slightly hot I would say, but not too hot. Now when it comes to high definition video playback, you have that supported. You can play high definition videos both at 720p as well as at 1080p on this device. Some of the 1080p videos might not be able to play on this device, but in that case you can always use the third party MX player to play that, to play those videos basically. Let me just check whether this device supports OTG or not. We have an OTG flash drive over here, and let me just check the same whether this device does support OTG or not. So once we connect the flash drive over here, which is an OTG flash drive, it should detect the same. So as you can see, it has not detected the same. That means OTG is not supported on this device. As far as LED notification light is concerned, this device does have an LED notification light which will light up whenever the device is charging, or which will light up whenever the device is running out of critical battery. It will also light up for notifications and missed calls. Over here you will see that LED notification light. As far as the battery backup is concerned, we have used this device for around a week now, and I would say this device can give you around 1 day of battery backup with moderate usage. The battery is pretty big in this device, and again 1 day of battery backup is something which you can easily expect with moderate usage. In case you play a game slot or you watch a lot of videos, in that case you will not get 1 day of battery backup from this device. That's all from us as far as the full hands-on review of the HP Slate 6 voice tablet. We really like this device in terms of the overall build quality, the kind of form factor it has, the big display size it has, the battery backup is also pretty decent. Some of the things which we do not like is the 5 megapixel camera, which is again average in terms of the camera quality. In daylight it will give you pretty good photos. The front camera is again not too great. This device does support Google Now as well, so you can use Google Now as well on this device, so which is supported. Apart from this, the overall specifications of this device is okay. The gaming performance of the device is again kind of average, but I would say it could have been better if HP has decided to implement a MediaTek or a Qualcomm chipset inside this one. So that's all from us as of now. Do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.